Hey everybody, what's going on? I am just a dude, as you can see from my name. Um, the premise of these videos is the first one in a series. The premise of these videos is basically I was tired of getting my news from experts, and I feel like the common person's opinion on certain issues is just as important as the experts. For example, sports. I think it's kind of silly that there's people who get paid millions of dollars to talk about sports when I talk about sports and I don't get paid anything for it. So today I will be talking to you about the Heisman. The five finalists, by the way, five is a ridiculously, stupidly high number. The five finalists for the Heisman this year are Colt McCoy, Tim Tebow, Mark Ingram, Toby Gerhart, and Ndamukong Suh. Colt McCoy and Tim Tebow, you know all about them. They're Texas and Florida. They're Colt McCoy and Tim Tebow. They're overrated douchebags. Toby Gerhart, running back for Stanford, had a hell of a year, 1,700 yards, 26 touchdowns. Really basically was Stanford, which is one of the reasons I think that he should be higher up than he is. Mark Ingram ran for Alabama. Uh, I don't even think he's the best player on Alabama. I think, well, since Alabama is a obviously heavily defensive team, I don't think that I just think he's overrated. I think that he's in there because he was maybe the best offensive player on Alabama, and they're going to the national championship. So there's that. Then Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh is the defensive defensive tackle for Nebraska. He's a defensive tackle for Nebraska, and I think one of the reasons that he was so impressive is because he was a defensive player in the Big 12, which is crazy. A lot of Big 12 people had never seen a defensive player before. They didn't know what to do. I think that's one of the reasons he had such a good year is because the offensive line in the Big 12 really never had to worry about defense up until now, which is it's a good step forward to be sure in college football. That I think it's like an equal opportunity thing. They want to bring defenses to every conference. Hopefully, West Virginia will be next. Um, I think the Heisman Trophy is awarded yearly to the most outstanding player in college football. And outstanding to me means amazing, unbelievable, jaw-dropping, fun to watch, and that's what Ndamukong Suh is. He's watching that game against Texas, it was ridiculous. It just seemed like every single play he was hitting Colt McCoy, and no one could stop him. He literally was unstoppable. They they could have put the entire offensive line on him, and he would have just picked him up and moved him out of the way to get to where he was going, and it was incredible. So my vote, which counts for absolutely dick, is Ndamukong Suh. I'm happy to say that Tim Tebow will finish a distant fifth because I hate Tim Tebow. I think he was overrated all year. He was amazing last year and his sophomore year, but his senior year is just weak. I think that he's in the running. He's in the finalist, or he's one of the finalists rather, because he's Tim Tebow, and because people would flip dick if he wasn't. Colt McCoy is basically the same way. Yeah, he's going to the national championship, and usually that means you're going to win. But I think, yeah, Mark Ingram will win. My prediction is Mark Ingram 1, Toby Gerhart 2, and Ndamukong Suh 3, Colt McCoy 4, and Tim Tebow 5.5. What I think it should be, Ndamukong Suh 1, Toby Gerhart 2, Mark Ingram, Colt McCoy, Tim Tebow. But there hasn't been a defensive player nominated since Charles Woodson, and he actually won. So, well, not nominated, but as a finalist, you know what I mean. So, that's my pick for the Heisman. Let me just point out really quick. I think that the BCS is a stupid system. I saw an interview with the coordinator for the BCS. And basically what he said was the BCS is not the worst system he could have possibly come up with. There could have been worse systems. So kids, if you're out there watching, just aim for slightly above terrible, and you'll be good. Interestingly, Congress voted that the BCS cannot call its championship game a national championship because it doesn't accurately represent the phrasing. National means that you're the best team in the nation, and with the BCS system, there's no way to gauge that. A team that starts out number one is going to end up in number one, and that's all there is to it. So, yeah, that's my pick for the Heisman. It's probably not right, but hey, I'm just a dude. What do I know?